Good morning all. This is Dr. Malavizhi, Assistant Professor, Department of BBSCA, Vellala College for Women, Erode. So today I am going to talk about the topic human rights. So human rights are the basic fundamental rights that is universally applicable all over the world. So irrespective of gender, age, religion, culture, so we are following human rights universally. So different countries are using different approaches for practicing human rights. In India, so we are following basic human rights as a fundamental rights, which are framed in our Indian Constitution. In United Kingdom, they are followed as legal principles. So regarding the human rights, history of human rights in India, it is classified into three major phases. The first phase is called Ancient India phase. So in this phase, epics, we are following main principles from greatest epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana. So those epics are giving legal principles that is mainly followed on Dharma. And we are also considering four Vedas, Rig, Yajur and Sama other Vedas. These quotes major principles related to equality of human being and dignity of the persons. And regarding Gautama Buddha teachings, he has said about the ignorance and also the freedom. So no person should have ignorance over their rights, and they should follow their own freedom, and they should enjoy their own freedom. And King Ashoka has quoted his principles related to the basic freedoms. During the medieval India, it is the rule of Mughalians like Akbar, Babur, Humayun, like that. And the notable personality in this era is Akbar, and he has quoted the policy as a secularism, and it denotes no person should be discriminated on the basis of religion. So all the people have rights to follow any type of religion, so they should not be discriminated on the basis of their religion. And here comes modern India. So in this space, British came into ruling our India. So in this period, during 1919, Rowlatt Act was passed, and it is fully supporting British rule. So due to the British rule, Indian citizens face lot of problem, and they recognize their basic freedoms, and they arise for civilized life. So they protest against the British rule, and they are going for independence. And during 1928, Nehru Commission was adopted, and they gave importance to key institutional provisions like fundamental rights, reservation of SC/ST, special provisions for Anglo-Indians and other backward classes. Next, due to human rights protest, there exists Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that is UDHR, and this declaration was proclaimed by United Nations General Assembly, and in Paris on 10th December. So 10th December is considered as a Human Rights Day, and it is celebrated all over the world. And this document was framed by most of the various religious practitioners all over the world, and they quotes that no discrimination over the human rights. So fundamental human rights have been drafted in 500 languages, and linguistic survey of India is telling that in India there are more than 780 languages are practiced now, and out of that 22 languages are becoming official language, and 270 languages are becoming the mother tongues in India. And in New Guinea, more than 870 languages are practiced now. Due to that human rights protest, there exist some laws that was framed by India. So some of the notable laws in India are Protection of Human Rights Act, National Commission for Minorities Act, National Commission for Women's Act, then Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes, like that. So these acts are telling about the human rights as well as human rights and the Child Protection Act. And this Immoral Traffic Act mainly came into existence for preventing the human trafficking. Most notable thing is the foreign jobs, the security from the foreign jobs. And lastly, Juvenile Justice Act came into existence for preventing children from abusement. And there are some 6 fundamental rights we are practicing all over India. So those notable acts rights are: the first thing, right to equality. So right to equality tells that there should be equality, and no gender discrimination will be there, and based on wage or age, racism, like that. And right to freedom, the freedom to speak, freedom to live, and they can people can form any type of association in India, like that. And right against exploitation. So this mainly tells about human trafficking and their safety. Next comes right to freedom of religion. So people in India can practice any type of religion. They can transform to any religion, and they can also propagate their religion. And cultural and education rights regarding this. Nowadays, women also having the education rights, and they are also doing well in their education. So there should be no racism or casteism or gender discrimination in cultural and education rights. And next comes right to constitutional remedies. So citizens can claim against their rights in courts if there is any violation against them. And next, civil and political rights. So in this, the people are having their rights to work, speak, education, property, religion, like that. So regarding property, in olden era, the female have only less freedom in declaiming their property. But now the government is supporting the equal rights for their claiming their property rights. And people can vote, and they can also contest in elections. And the main thing is they can they can line for petition if there is any discrimination. And they can also criticize the government. So this is not possible in North Korea, since they can't speak in public place, as well as they can't criticize their government. Then last one is, we can claim for any type of information at any time in India. So next comes economic rights. So these rights is mainly for economic development of the country as well as the family. So nowadays women are also going for earning in order to support their family, and family is also supporting women to go for work. This is also talking about gender discrimination and working hours, like that. And clean environment is also the one of the thing, since population is nowadays going on. And next comes the women's right. So women's rights, regarding women, education is more important nowadays, and they are proving their advancement in their career. So they are equivalently claiming their rights over career as well as education. And nowadays the equality, that is 33% has been raised as a women's reservation category. And dowry system has been nowadays updated. And in olden days men are claiming dowry, and nowadays women are also claiming dowry. And in recent days, one suicide case was happened in Kerala, that is done by one MBBS student. After completing her MBBS, she has made some dowry problem. Due to that, she made suicide. So even though some rights are there, so these things are happening now and there. So basic human rights are going for, are expecting for safety working hours and conditions. So we are coming to the end of our PPT. So human rights violation in India. So whatever the rights of framing in India or all over the world, there are also many violations against those things. So the first thing is due to the economic status of rich people, they are all degrading poor people also. And there are also nowadays cruel killing of women or male due to money or gender based or sex or political reasons. And some arrests are there. If criminal activities are done by the rich, they are easily escaping from laws, but poor people are suffering that. And child slavery is still there. And terrorism has been reduced in India, but all over the world it is still there. And last, Holocaust, it is happening now and there, and it caused massive destruction all over the world. And lastly, labor exploitation. So labor exploitation is nowadays also happening. So due to the wage and hours, also the working conditions. So what I am concluding is there, even though several laws are also supporting the human rights, still violations are there. So government should focus on that. Thank you.